Oh, hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to another fabulous show here on Crafters TV. It's Friday. And that means, of course, at 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. across on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast. It means it's time, of course, for Colour Me Happy. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not just going to colour you happy. We're going to colour you ecstatic for the next couple of hours. Someone who's already ecstatic, it's the Hottie Scotty himself. It's back.
Friday night, and it's Friday night. Yes, we are going to be colouring you happy tonight, afternoon, morning, depending where you are across the globe. And we are going to delve into the world of Spectrum Noir and our colour blend pencils, our aqua blend pencils, our metallic pencils. We are going to have a fun, chatty, very interactive. We want to have all your questions and just chatting away that Joe will go over in a moment. Let's have a look at the sort of things you can be doing. Now, let's do it. We've got our floral stamp and die sets we featured on Wake Up Call and our illustrated animal die sets, stamp sets. Now within them ones, we will have a look at these. So this isn't featuring them, but this is featuring what you're going to be colouring with. So you can then be getting gorgeous sorts of shading, blending, dimension from the aqua blend pencils. So here's another image here that have been coloured with the aqua blend pen. No, it's not. Colour blend pencils. These, I was looking at the pile of the aqua blend pencils. So these ones being water-based, so you can then do the blending, the watercolouring. That is going to be one of our first demos we're going to do. Lots of different techniques where you can actually take some of the shavings and start to do kind of an explosion effect, very similar to what we've done in launch day with the Pixie powders. Then we have got the metallic pencils on as well. You can then start to create incredible colouring techniques, designs and looks. So with the metallic pencils, they will work on your lighter cardstock, but you're going to get the perfect, the most stunning effect on your darker colours. Yes, black card, but your deep greys, a little bit your craft card, even your deep navies as well. It's going to work an absolute treat. Looking forwards to this show. The reason being is I get to do some colouring, and not because this is my last show until Monday.
Absolutely, it's because you get to do some colouring. No one was questioning that. Loads of you tuning in and saying hello already. If you want to get in touch with me, of course you can. It's really simple. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching us over on YouTube. Let me get straight into it. We've got a couple of really awesome deals available for you. So first up, we've got the colour blend pencils available. It's slightly better than half price deal for you on these, and you're going to get the complete collection, which is amazing. You're looking at about 50 pence per pencil, less than that if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member or any kind of Club Inspire member for that matter. £62 here in the UK, $87 if you are across in the US. Now we also we got more pencils than you can shake a sharpener at. I think that's what I was trying to say. We've also got the colour blend pencils as well, the aqua blend pencils even, which are these ones just here. Now, a great selection of these for you. £38 or $51. They are a half price deal. And in there, you're going to get the primaries, the florals and the earth tones, giving you 60 pencils in total, which is excellent. We do also have as well the metallic pencils available for you. These are available individually. They are $9.74 or $11.21. However, put it all together and the value gets even better, because when you put it all together, go for all the colour blend pencils, go for all of the aqua blend pencils and the metallics, and you get a bonus tin of the aqua blends included as well. You'll get the essentials in there too, which is excellent. So you can see those just there. $109.74 or $149.21. It is the best value in the show by far. $87.79 or $119.37 if you're a platinum member. If you want to get your orders placed, you can do so now really easily. Head on over to the website. On the home screen, click the Shop the Show button and everything will be there for you, which is awesome. Right, I think we're going to look at, is it right, we're going to look at the aquas first, Craig?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our illustrated animals. Now, I'm going to stamp out the elephant we're going to go for. We'll do some colouring, probably won't get the full image colour. What we're going to do is we're going to start off Colour Me Happy, yes, with the Aqua Blend pencils, but we can go through some of kind of like the techniques and the way that they work best. So, therefore, what we're going to do with them being aqua pencils, water-based, so we need to use our watercolour card. So that's exactly what I've got here, some of my watercolour card. Now I'm going to go into my stamping platform because the stamp we're going to use is quite a good sizable stamp. So therefore, to have that bit of extra confidence it's going to stamp out just perfectly, if I use my large stamping platform, it means if I do miss any little bits, I don't get as much pressure all over. I can come back and add more pressure or even more ink if I need to. So cardstock in place, and I've got my image in place as well. It's budged along slightly, but it doesn't really matter because I'm not actually going to be cutting it out. And then once again, watercolour card with the aqua pencils. We also need our waterproof ink pad. So therefore, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to use our flagstone for this one. So I'm going to make sure I've got a really, really good coverage when it comes to the elephant. So we can go in, and with these stamps here, you know, I know I'm going to be focusing on the Aqua Blend pencils, but these stamps are on the show. And with these ones, what you also get with each set, you get a specific die to go with it. And that goes to create a little bit of dimension within your project or the stamped impression. So as I lift this one out, if I'm happy with the impression, which let's just add a little bit more pressure up at its ear and then down at the bottom, there we go, more than happy with that one. So if I was to colour this in, of course I can leave it exactly like that if I want to. What you could do, colour in this one, stamp it again, and then what you would do is die cut using the die, and what that does is that then just pinpoints the ears, the face and the trunk as well. So you can then lift that up with glue gel or your foam pads, so it creates a different look. Maybe you only want to single out this part of the elephant, then you can just use the die, but again you've got that whole die there. And then just says, well, each of these stamps, they come in with a number of different sentiment stamps that we can see here. So now we've stamped out on our watercolour card using our waterproof ink pad. What we're going to do is we're going to go in with my Aqua Blend pencils here. So within these ones here, so we're going for the sort of like the grey tones within the Aqua Blend pencils. I've got the packs, Joe's got the tins on the other side. We are sharing. No, well, on this occasion, Tracy done it. So if anyone's going to get the
my tins, how rude!
If anyone's getting the blame, it's Tracy. It's Tracy. So yeah, I want to say they're more like the neutral tones, being, funny enough, the neutral tones on these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in now with, let's go in with some of the grey shades here. So let's pick out, let's go for gravel, fossil grey. Let's go in for dove grey. Now I'm not necessarily going to be using all these ones of the grey. I want to get just a nice selection going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, let's go in with the lightest one. There's a couple of ways in which you can apply our Aqua Blend pencils. What you can then do is you can then of course go direct. So we can then go in and I'm going to start to colour in. What I am going to do, I'm going to take a scrap bit of card. And what I like to do, if you've seen launch day, kind of touched upon the Colour Blend pencils, I explained what I'm away to do then. And that is, with the pencils, because you can, certainly if they're new, you've got a really fine point, like you would do with any pencils. And sometimes that can create a bit of a scratchy look. So what I like to do is I like to just go in onto a piece of scrap card, a bit of paper, just to flatten off the edge tip of the pencil. Now when it comes to the Aqua Blend pencil, this isn't actually being wasted because you could then use it as a palette. So for instance, if I come in, I'm going to go in with my paintbrush and water, and this is a good way of doing it if you want to give it to the kiddies to do some colouring. You don't want to give them your Spectrum Noir tins of pencils, your aqua pencils. So what to do is create a little swatch for them onto some watercolour card, and then that can then be their own little palette, so then they can come along and then they can start to pick up the colour from the little swatches that you've done. But what I'm then going to do is, because I've kind of rounded or flattened the edge, what I can do now is I'm going to go in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way round. I'm going to go in where I would consider it to be darker. So because of the size of the ears of the elephant, I would consider it's going to be darker towards the left-hand side, but then also coming down the side of the face into the trunk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to go into the left-hand side, and then I'm going to come all the way down. So I'm going to go as far up to that gorgeous design that's right along the face. I know it's got a specific name. You know, you see them in the carnivals that you would have got many years ago, and actually some countries around the world. I know they still have them now. I just can't remember.
What the headpiece is called?
It's like a headpiece, yeah.
Right, Googling.
Yeah, I know it's got a specific name, but I'm not sure of. But here we go. So what I'm just going to go in now. So I'm going in with that gravel on this one. And I think what I'm going to do, before I start to blend it out, let's go in with the gunmetal. And once again, I'm going to go in. I want to fine off the edge of that pencil there, just so I can get a smoother application. I'm going to go in right into the corners here. So a couple of stages that you could do if you wanted to go direct with the water before I've gone in with that gunmetal, you can, but I just want to have some extra depth all the way round. And with it being aqua pencils, watercolouring, it's very more forgiving. And I always think it's a good one to start off with if you are starting to go into the realms of colouring. So I'm going to work my way round. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with my paintbrush and water. I'm going to start to drag all of that colour out.
Just called an Indian, like the Indian ones are called an Indian elephant headdress. Does what it says on the tin, Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, Indian elephants have smaller ears. African elephants have larger ears. Well, Asian elephants, as they are referred to, because obviously they're found in places like Thailand as well.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, they're significantly smaller than their African counterparts, who are ginormous, Craig. I was lucky enough to see some when I was in South Africa. We went on I wouldn't love to call it a safari. It was in a safari park, essentially. You drove yourself around.
Right.
So it's quite a weird experience. You're driving along and you park up for a second and all of a sudden, you know, a baby elephant comes walking in front of your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sat there, and then the mum comes along and it's like you're in your little sort of hire car, your little SUV hire car. There's a huge elephant comes walking past front of you. It's quite incredible.
What an experience that would be.
It was amazing.
Experience.
And there were zebras and there was rhinos and all sorts of wonderful creatures.
Yeah. Really jealous on that one, Joe. It would just be something I would love to experience. Must be a right buzz.
What is your favourite animal, actually? Let me know in the comments. Favourite? Mine is an elephant, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
What's yours, Craig?
Gosh, that's a really good question. So other than staying away from...
You don't have an automatic go-to? You surprise me.
Other than like a dog, you know... oh gosh, now I really...
Oh, George would be a lion or a
isn't
tiger.
he? Yeah.
Mine, very close second, would be a monkey for me. Specifically a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Georgina's very tight-lipped in there. What's yours, George? Well, do you know what? How long have you worked here for now, Georgina? Since February. And for the first time, she's lost for words, Craig. We did it. We only went and blooming did it. What's the date today? It's the 30th of July, and we did it, Craig.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Nice. Orangutan. Great choice.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that a bit more. Although, saying that, I am trying to think while colouring as well. And I always go into a colouring coma, so forgive me on that one. But try and have a think every now and again when we go back to Joe, have a wee think of that one. But what I've started to do here is I've started to blend the colours out. Now, because I've already gone in, I've started to blend it out with my water brush. What I didn't want to do, while this is all wet, I didn't want to go back in direct over onto what I've just started to blend out with water, with the pencil again. So therefore, this is when I've gone back to creating my own little swash here. So I've gone in with the gunmetal and done that little bit of a scribble. And then what I've done is I've used that bit of a palette, creating here, to start to build up that darkness of colour. So then I can start to go in and really start to build up that shade and that depth by going in all the way around here. So I can then start to go in. I'm going to take some of that excess off, and then once again I'm going to start to blend that out. So even down into here, let's go into here, starting to really build it up. We're going in onto my little palette that's starting to create into all these tiny little bits. And even where we've got some of these lines into here, we can then go in. This paintbrush I'm currently using is size number 6. You'll find these ones on the website. If they're not already on the show, they'll be on the website.
It's amazing how much dimension and texture you can build up with these pencils.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we think that maybe we would have to use alcohol markers to get this sort of depth and dimension. But really, again, you're achieving it exactly the same way, I guess, really.
You are. But then what you could start to do is on the flip side, Joe, is if you are going to go in with your alcohol colouring, what you can then do is, I know obviously at the moment I'm using my aqua pencils, but then when we go on to our colour blend pencils, what you can then do is go as far as you can or as you want with the blending and shading with your alcohol pens, then go on top of what you've coloured with your colour blend pencils to create even more depth. But to really start you off, for me anyway, I know, for instance, Debbie Fisher, she always likes to think that you can blend or get a really good buzz, a really good, what's the word? Oh, had it right on the tip of my tongue there. Achievement by getting blended with alcohol colouring quite quickly. The opposite. I always think that if you start by watercolouring, it's more forgiving. You can start to build up your blending, your shading, because if you go too much, you can blend the colour out. But if you've not got as much, then of course you can add more in. A lot more forgiving, and this sense of achievement that you can get from the watercolouring. But it is one of those personal preference. You try it with your alcohol pens, try it with your colour blend pencils, see what one you get the best result. But for me, absolutely, as you were saying there, Joe, about the effects that you can start to get with your aqua pencils, you can really start to get a lot of depth simply by going in with, well, that's 2 colours that I've gone in with. So
that's amazing.
Going in with the gravel, I'm going to do exactly what I'd done a moment ago. So I'm pretty much just going all the way round, and I'm keeping it kind of like one tone. I'm going in just on one pressure with the pencils. Then I'm going to go back in with the gunmetal again. So I'm going to do what I've done on this side here. And to start off with, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edges. I'm just going to go all the way round into here so we can get that depth. So we can go into here. And then once again, what I'm going to do is let's just, still using the gunmetal, but let's just give ourselves a fresh bit of a palette. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to always use my glass mat just to dab some of the excess water off. And then what I can start to do is go in with my water or my paintbrush.
It's amazing how quickly it all emulsifies, isn't it?
It does, yeah. And what it does as well is it goes so far.
And I guess this is what we talk about when it being pure pigment then, Craig, because if things have got like talc in there and fillers and all these things, they're just not going to blend in this way, are they?
No. Between not going to blend And some of them, you can get that initial good look of blending, but then it dries. It starts to crack. It starts to like rub off. You get like a talky consistency coming off once it's dried. With these, it is pretty much, it's pure colour, it's the pigment. You know that how it starts to look as you're then starting to colour it in. You know, once it's dried slightly, you're going to be left with the way it looks now compared to what it'll be like when it's dry. It's going to look the same. You're going to get that phenomenal look. But then now that I've started to blend that out, once again now, as I've done on the opposite side, what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to finish off these side bits here, going in with more depth every now and again, picking it up, pulling it in, and then we're going to work our way. I'm just going to add a tiny little bit more water here. And then for initial bit of colouring, you know, within 10, 15 minutes, if I have longer at home, really continue to build that up. You could imagine
how amazing,
how far that you could go. You can really start to intensify all of that shape and dimension.
They really are. They're an awesome, awesome pencil. Pamela, her favourite animal, Craig? A hippopotamus. Yeah, and yes, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I've got a really funny story about hippopotamus. You know, it's just, you're not sure if it's just on the cusp.
Right, okay.
I think it's fine. So, come on, let's go for it.
Let's
anyway.
go for it.
So you know when you go for an MRI scan, Craig?
Yeah.
The machines they're not very big.
Nope.
And you'd be surprised how you don't have to be very big before you are too big for an MRI scanner. So that happens quite a lot. And you have to be referred to several places. And a friend of mine worked at a hospital, and they got a really, really horrible email from a woman because she went to London Zoo and she had to go on straight after a hippopotamus, and she was absolutely not very happy about it, as I think I wouldn't be. So she had to go to London Zoo to get it done, and then had to go on after a hippopotamus. She was fuming. Whoa. Straight after. And I had to go on directly after a hippopotamus. Hippopotamuses. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
That is really funny.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Probably shouldn't like that, but I do.
I thought that was hilarious. Imagine being in the waiting room and all of a sudden a hippopotamus comes
Hippopotamus
past.
walks out and then just goes, right, you're next.
The hippopotamuses, though, are very dangerous. You know, the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. I don't know how. Kaz says her favourite is a monkey, and Sean saying that their spirit animal are pandas. So there you go. Let me remind you then what you're getting when it comes to the colour blend pencils. It's these ones, that's the ones, the aqua blends. Thank you, Georgina. These ones just here. So I've got the boards here for you. So you're going to get the florals, which are these ones just here. And you're going to get the primaries there too. You are getting the earth tones in there as well, of which you'll get 12. And in the earth tones you get daffodil, powder blue, peat, dandelion, glacier blue, cloudy grey, shire green, tawny, soft cream, moss, wood, and Scotch butter. There you are. So that's what you're getting with regards to those ones. Now we're going to move on. We are going to move on. Georgina's still laughing about the hippopotamus, I think. You're right. Come on, contain yourself. Sounds like there's a hippopotamus in the gallery, doesn't it? Colour blends we're going to next. Oh, is this not what we're meant to be doing? All right, let's carry on. Colour blend pencils. These are our amazing premium waxed based pencil which blend together beautifully. Now you get 5 tins in this particular set, so you're going to get the primaries, which are all of these colours just here, the shades and tones, which are these ones under, your essentials. No, you don't get the essentials, do you? You do get the essentials. You do get the essentials. Whoop whoop. And you're going to get the florals included in there as well. The ones that I don't have a board for in these are the naturals, so you will get 24 of the naturals as well, so I will grab those out in a second for you. Now, go for those. We also have shiny, the metallic pencils. Now these are always so popular whenever we feature these, because look at that amazing shine that you get on there. It's incredible. 12 pack here. Excuse me. It's like a comedy cough, isn't it? 9.74, 11.21. It's 25% saving there. Brilliant price on those ones. If you go for it all together in one click, you will then get as well these, because in the Aqua Blends we will also give you the essentials in the Aqua Blend too. So you'll also get the did you hear that?
Ship's docking.
Sorry?
Cruise ship's docking outside.
Yeah. Oh, that's the ferry to Magaluf docking, I think.
Jake McDonald's on that one.
What is going on in this show? Oh, come on, an hour and a half, let's keep it together. Usually it's us having to rein the gallery in, and I can confirm that it's the other way around today.
Yep.
The essentials is what you're going to get in here. There you can see you're going to get them for free of charge when you go for that big collection. Look at this saving that you've got there as well. £135.16 or £183.29. Platinum members, £87.79 or £119.37. Do you know what's really making me laugh? It's the vision of what it looks like for a hippopotamus to get on and off of an MRR. Do you think it's like, if you could get on, it's like, yeah, all right, no worries, whoop, and then lowers itself down?
Do you know what I keep thinking it?
Do you think they have to like coerce it and say, don't worry, it'll be fine, it'll be
Do you know? I know it's not very, and don't panic, Georgina, when I'm away to say what I'm away to say, because I'm not very PC, but you know the scene out of Who Framed Roger Rabbit where there's the cartoon of the hippopotamus?
No, I don't know that film.
And the guy taps her bottom, and it's
Right.
just the way, it's just the hippopotamus just coming
Just
out
got
the
the idea
MRI
of-
scan. No, just,
Yeah. Right, back in the game. Right, I need to do the ink pads for you. So in here, if you want going for your water colouring, you are going to get in here, these are your waterproof finesse ink pads. So you've got Noir Black, you will also get the Rustic Brown, the Pebble, and the Flagstone as well. So they are your waterproof ones just there.
Is that for all four?
4, yeah, all 4
Whoa,
for that price, amazing.
Whoa, yeah.
Saving 15%. You're also going to get the watercolour cardstock is another one we have for you for your watercolouring, obviously, as does what it says on the tin. $7.98 for the 45 sheets, or $11.98 there as well. Right, I think we need to calm down again, chill out again. Loads of people chatting away in the comments. Betsy says, oh dear, the snorting has started. Alison says, Joe, I would be hysterical with that story. In the US, we have open MRI now, there you are. Rosalind says, I just love colour with the pencils. I always forget that you can blend them as well. With alcohol pens, is there a time constraint where you can no longer blend them? Can I start and then come back hours or days later to finish? Great question there from Khaki Blue.
Really good question. Really good question. Yeah, absolutely you can do, because they are there just sitting on the surface. I would certainly say with the pencils, they're going to sit there. They're going to last there for quite a lot longer than maybe like your Aqua pens. I think maybe you might be slightly limited with Aqua pens as to how long you would have to wait. Now, I'm not meaning hours. It'd be fine hours. Days, that I'm not sure. But Aqua Blend pencils, yeah, because obviously it's the pencil form. Yeah, you could come back a couple hours later, a couple of days later, and you'll still be able to start to blend them out with the water.
Awesome. Brilliant. Hope that answers your question. Any other questions or comments you've got, get them in to me. We're going to move on then, Craig, to Colour Blend, is that right?
We are indeed. So we're going to kind of do something similar to what we've done with the Aqua Blend pencils, and we're going to have a little talk through the Colour Blend pencils. Instead of using the illustrated animals, let's go to the floral stamping dies that we've got on the show. So we're going to go and we'll colour this one here, which is for a special friend. Now, throughout the show, the Colour Blend pencils work really well on their own. You also will get an incredible effect by using the blending solution. Now the blending solution is out of stock. We will be picking upon it throughout the show because blending solution is part of a technique when it comes to the colour blend pencils. So if you've not got blending solution, then just keep an eye out on the website. We'll be coming back very soon, you know, with a lot more things and places in the world opening up a lot more now. Anything that's been out of stock is coming in stock a lot quicker than it has been.
Excellent. I mean, it is something that's widely available, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We've got
absolutely.
loads of people tuning in from all over today saying hello. It's a very interesting place name. Susan's in Washington. Georgianne's in Florida. Deborah's here as well from, where's Deborah from? Bakersfield. Elaine is in a place that I feel like I might, maybe I could even retire there. It's called Homosassa in Florida. Is that how you pronounce it? Do let me know, Elaine, because I mean, I'm enthralled. I feel like it's my kind of place.
I'd laugh if it wasn't.
So that's what it says, Homosassa. Patty says, hi from California. Amanda's saying hi from Texas. Mary's in Montana. Dayella's in Somerset. Rosalind is in Maryland. And Sarah's Creation is in Ohio. Ohio, Sarah's Creations. We've got people coming in from all over. What an interesting place name.
It is. Yeah, interesting name. Yeah, I've never heard of that one before. Now what I've done, I'll just quickly explain this one, Joe. So we're going in with the colour blend pencils. Now I'm going to go on with my Nina cardstock. Can use your white smooth stamping card if you want, but Nina cardstock and alcohol proof ink pad. So for this one I am only going to use the colour blend pencils, but think of it, colour blend pencils, blending solution, so therefore you're going to blending solution, which is alcohol, so therefore use your alcohol ink pad, Nina. That's how you could try and remember it as. So
A question coming from Crafty AJ, since we're talking about the stamping element, Craig. What's the difference between finesse ink pads and harmony ink pads?
So your finesse is your, I can't remember the precise word, but your finesse enables you to do your alcohol colouring, your water colouring, your harmony, so you've got your quick dry, which allows you to do the layering of your stamps, your colours, your depth. You've got your water reactive, which allows you to do your background being water based. Then you've got your pigment that really allows you to get incredible blends, working up of colour blends, but then it's also a really good one for doing your heat embossing. So your harmony is going to be good for your techniques when it comes to stamping, and then your finesse are the ones that allow you to do the core stamping and the core colouring. Hopefully
So
that.
I guess your finessing is more about colouring and something you're going to add colour to, whereas your
absolutely
harmony are about
It's
maybe
giving
doing
you
actual
colour.
pretty things with them.
Yeah.
I hope
Absolutely.
that helps.
Hopefully that helps.
Oh, it is pronounced Homosassa. That is how
Brilliant.
it's pronounced. There you go.
There you
I want to
go.
visit. It's up northern part of the state. There we go.
Okay.
I wonder where it's twinned with.
How many cruise ships have we got going past the night?
It's like mutiny on the Bounty out there. What's going on?
So what I've just done there, same as what I've done with my aqua pencils. I like to just have like a smooth tip to my pencil. Now, unlike the aqua blend pencils, I can't start to blend that out with water, so therefore I'm just going to pop it to the side. Now what I'm going to do for this one, so we're going in with the vanilla. So this is part of florals. So I've got vanilla and I've got rose peach. Might not use rose peach, we'll just have a look and see. We'll decide in a moment, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my colour. I'm going to build up the depth and start to build up the shading with the one pencil to start with. So,
I'm just having a little look, Craig.
is there?
Yeah,
Where is it? Near?
quite a lot to do. It's on the Gulf Coast. It's near the southern end of what we call the Big Bend, Homosassa. You've got the Homosassa Springs Wildlife Park. You can view manatees. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Looks fabulous. We should go.
I'll tell you what, we'll go. You can go there, I'll go to the Magic Kingdom.
All right, excellent.
Deal. So over the full of the petal, I've gone quite light-handed to start with so that I can get that nice blend down. And even that, going on quite soft, see how smooth that is. You get that nice form that's sitting right across the petal. So I tell you what, let's just do the next one as well while we're here. So it's very hard to explain how light-handed I am going. I am literally going really, really softly, no pressure whatsoever. I want to get that nice smooth coating of colour down. So there's that first couple. So let's go back into this one. So now what I'm going to do is maybe about 2/3 of the way, I'm going to go a little bit more heavy-handed on this one. And I'm going to do it so that we're blending from inside the petals all the way out. So we're going to get darker and go light as we get to the tip. Now, as you get more experience, more advanced, or maybe you just want to dive right in, and you can then really start to form and start to blend in, and you can start to shape in all the little folds that you get within the petals if you want to go that way. But I am just going to start with having the depth in with the centre of the petal. So I'm going to go in, as I say, maybe about 2/3 of the way. So let's really go a little bit more heavy-handed. And then what I'm going to do, once I'm happy enough, so you can actually quite clearly see where that more heavy-handed and the light hand is starting to meet. So then I'm going to go over, as if we're doing a little bit of alcohol colouring, very lightly. I'm going to blend that line out. So we're going to blend it out so that now you can see how you get that nice blend for more of a deeper tone into a light. But then what I'm going to do is here, and this is the bit where I'll decide whether to carry on with the vanilla, which let's go a little bit heavy-handed for now. So we're going a wee bit more heavy-handed within the vanilla. So still using that same pencil. And then what we want to do is we want to build up that depth. So if you feel it's a colour where you're not maybe necessarily noticing much of a difference, which maybe I not really am here, this is when I'm going to jump to slightly stronger. So let's go in with the rose peach on this one, and then I can go a bit more heavy-handed. This is when I can really start to see more of a difference. So this time I'm only going maybe about 1/3 of the way, getting that colour built up. So you can see how.
Oh yeah, you can really start to see that intensifying now.
Really, really is. And even then, I'm not going to have to do much blending out. It's nicely blending in with itself, but I will give it a little helping hand in a moment. So we can go in there, and you can see how we're starting to get more. Even then, Joe, what I'm going to do, let's actually go in with slightly deeper. Let's go in with honey instead. Maybe not quite as deep as, here we go. This is what we're looking for here. Much, much better here.
So I guess it's just playing around and waiting for all 3 tones to blend together, which is very clever, isn't it?
It really, really is. And, you know, when the initial first 2/3 of that flower, that is from, or the petal, that's just from that one pencil, which is the vanilla. And it's only now when we're coming into the centre of the petal, that's when I've changed to a slightly darker one. So I'm going to go in here.
A lot of questions coming about papers and what paper you can use with the colour blends, Craig.
So colour blends is, if you can, use your Neenah cardstock. As I explained just before I started this one, with your colour blend pencils, because you can use your blending solution, which is alcohol, think of it in that way. So alcohol, Neenah, and of course your alcohol-proof ink pad. Should you be out of your Neenah, then you will still get a really, really good result with your white smooth stamping card.
Fair enough. Hope that answers your questions at home.
So now that I've done that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same on this one. So I'm going back to the vanilla. So I've only used the vanilla so far on this one. So let's build this one up maybe up to about 2/3 of the way. Just roughly. I'm just breaking up parts of the petal here. And then once I'm relatively happy, we can start to see where that line comes into play. I'm going to go lightly handed by blending that in. And then what I can do is go back in with the honey.
Seamless, isn't it? The way it blends together. I mean, it's really, really clever.
And it's such a satisfying blend that you're getting. You know, you're not having to constantly go back and just, you know, finish the lines off. You can clearly see, even by me going in with this honey, you know, it's pretty much starting to blend in with itself already. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a helping hand, going back to the vanilla to blend it out, and then you can pretty much keep on going. And that's me not even touched the alcohol blending solution, but you can get even more of a blend if you were to turn to the blending solution and use that one. I'm just going to carry on with this one here, and I'm going to keep doing exactly the same as I work around my petal, starting with vanilla and building up with the honey.
Awesome. It's really cathartic, this process, isn't it?
It is. It
Something
really,
you can
really
definitely lose yourself in, which is brilliant. A lot of people talking about loads of different things in the comments. Apparently, the vertical stripes on my jumper, it's not a jumper, is it, a shirt? They go with the packaging of the pencils. There you go.
Oh, they do actually, don't they?
I mean, I've literally come as a tin of pencils just for you today. There you are, look. I'm just a little tin of pencils.
All bright, full of brightness. Lots of different shades. Makes you smile, makes you happy.
Marisol saying their son is hooked on the pencils, absolutely loves them. Marisol saying really nice to see these demonstrated. Jen M says she's addicted to decoupage and it's all your fault, Craig. Well, there's a lot worse things to be addicted to, Jen, I reckon. I'd say you're all right there. A lot of people saying how the pens make them feel very arty, and saying that. Donna saying they have them all and absolutely love them. Still a lot of people talking about hippopotamuses in the comments. Do you use Gamsol to blend out the pencils? Asked Trisha. Now that is, I guess, a different brand for our blending solution, I'd imagine. Is it, Craig?
I'm sure that's, just
very similar to
version.
what we call blending solution.
American version,
so, yeah, absolutely. Something it's out of stock at the moment. The blending solution, absolutely something you could use if you want to. These obviously will work with that. What does it do for us then? The blending solution, Craig. What difference does it make using it with it or without it?
Right, what we'll do is we're going to have a look at it later on in the show, but let's have a look now. So we've got our blending solution being alcohol based, and then what we do as well, and I'm not sure if these are in stock, these are our paper stubs, recycled. Now these ones here, this is what you're going to use when it comes to your blending solution.
Leanne told me you could use a Q-tip as well, like a cotton bud apparently would work.
Oh, cotton bud.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I suppose you would be able to, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in. Now what I am doing, got a little bit of excess colour already on this one, so I'm just going to take the blue off. All it is, it's just recycled paper. So I'm going to make sure I've got all that colour off here. Make sure it's nice and clean anyway. You can give it a sharpen as well if you have one of our Spectrum Noir sharpeners. So what we're going to do is I'm going to dip it in slightly, and you'll instantly see where I've dipped it in because it completely changes. You can see that's gone dark. So what that does now is that then gives us our blending that I've just done there. It's going to make it even smoother. Now if we can see really closely, you can, knowing that I've coloured that in with pencils, you can see the light pencil, not lines, but you know where you've got that little bit of a texture that you can see that it's coloured in with pencils. So what your blending solution will then do is if we go in with the alcohol side, and we can then go in and we're going to blend that one out. This will then give it a look as though it's been alcohol coloured. So we can just go in there. So if I then turn it around and you can see
that's amazing, isn't it?
Big difference.
Like an Instagram filter for your colouring.
Do you know something? That's a cracking way to explain that. Yeah, it is. Really good way. So yes, you will be able to use them in the way that I've done them, and you will be so proud of the result. It looks phenomenal. And many times I've coloured in and kept it the way that I've done it without using the blending solution, but you can see that if you can invest in that blending solution, either when it's in stock or, you know, yes, you can have a look out there for alcohol blending solution and use that. It's just going to give you that
amazing
smoothness to your image. It's just really going to accent that blending all the way in, and it's going to give you as if it was if it has been alcohol coloured by that blended smooth look.
Beautiful.
So that is what you can do with your alcohol solution.
Excellent. Could you use the alcohol solution on the stamping card, do you think?
Onto
Stamping card.
Well, yeah, Nina or stamping card,
Yep.
either
Okay.
or. Yep, you both can do.
Helen says, I have 2 sets of all colours as I love them. I wanted to have backups. Great idea. And it was Christina asking, can we use the blending solution on the stamping card? Absolutely no reason why not. So there, I hope that helps. Right, remember what you are getting in the colour blends. I'm going to grab the other tin that I don't have a board for, which is the Naturals. Bear with. Hold the line, caller. The Naturals are these ones at the top. That was nice and easy. So let me show you the boards. What you're getting, so you are going to receive your essentials, which are these ones just here. You're also going to get the florals. You will be receiving the primaries, and you're going to get the shades and tones, and then the naturals are these ones just here, and you get all of those gorgeous colours that you can see on the back of there as well, which is brilliant. Now, you might want to go for some alcohol-proof ink pads, especially if you're going to be using a blending solution. We've got those available for you, and you can get the Noir Black, which is this one just here. You're going to get the Rustic Brown, the Pebble, and also the Flagstone as well there. So grab all those, $16.96 or $23.63. Nina's out of stock at the moment. We do have a stamping card available for you. It's here. You can get 2 packs of this. Here we are, 120 sheets there, £15 or $21. It's buy one, get one half price, essentially, which is brilliant. Right, we're going to do more colour. Well, I say we're going to do more colouring. Craig's going to do more colouring. But before we do that, I want to share with you how you can shop and also all the details of Club Inspire.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
All the details there of Club Inspire, which is fantastic. Right, moving swiftly on. This is a question from Khaki Blue. Khaki Blue's got a question, Craig. She says, will the Spectrum Noir Classic blender pen work to blend the pencils out too? I think you'd probably ruin the nib, wouldn't you? You know, like the
classic,
the Illustrator blender pen.
Yeah.
You'd probably get...
So what I would say, the solution inside, say it will be the blending solution. As Joe said, it's going to be the nib that you're going to have that issue with, in the fact of, you know, you would destroy. So,
You'd probably gunk it up, I'd imagine, wouldn't you?
yeah. The solution inside, same solution as obviously that's in the bottle. It's more to do with the nib and that. I wouldn't be inclined to do it. I would rather just go with my paper stumps or that. I could give it a shot. Try it if you've got a spare nib. If you've got a spare nib, or if we get a chance, if not over the weekend, at the start of the week.
You like to live dangerously, don't you?
I always like to try it for you guys first.
He's such a maverick. He really is. Right, let's move on. I've got some great stamps available for you now. These were originally designed to work with our glitter markers, but they work equally well with your pencils. So you've got in here, Believe in Magic. Now this one here is your Make-A-Wish with the gorgeous toadstool. You've got sentiments in here as well as that focal imagery. You've then got a little fairy dust, not too much, just a little. This one here is your beautiful friend, the mermaid there, looking very, very regal. This one here is your You Are Amazing little, what's a fairy boy called?
Just a fairy?
It's just a fairy, isn't it? That's what Georgina, just a fairy, isn't it? I think it's a special name though. And then this one here is your Once Upon a Time. Really gorgeous. Going to work so well with both your watercolour and your wax-based pencils. So do grab those. $31.96, $39.80. Male fairies, Craig? Just fairies.
Just fairies.
There's no gender distinction between female or male fairies. There we are. Now, I think this owl looks like it's going to sort of a Roaring Twenties party. I don't know why. I half expect it to have like a martini under one wing for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I think it looks very, very regal. You're also going to get in here as well that that's not an elephant, that's a giraffe. You're going, that's the elephant. There it is. You saw Craig colouring that a moment ago. You've got your unicorn in here. And also the Schmetterling, your butterfly as well. You get...
Joe!
Was that you?
No!
Is that like a soundboard on your phone, or is it outside?
It's coming from outside.
It's like, did you hear it at home? It sounded like someone was about to dock. What is going on? Is it on your phone?
I honestly...
I think he's got one of those like music, you know, one of those like sound effect boards on his phone. He just keeps pressing it.
Trust me, I love my job. I don't want to get my P45, that's for sure.
Anyway, that was the illustrated animals. Let's move on to the floral frames. So this one here is, I'm so happy for you. These are all available individually, so here's the details for those. Two for £23 or $27, $10.39 or $11.96 each. The next one you've got is for a special friend, which is this one just here. Again, details there on your screen. Next one is this one just here. You mean so much to me, is what this one says. We also then have as well, heartfelt thanks, this one is. Oh no, 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 no. There we are. No one noticed, Georgina, don't worry. With love from me to you is this one just here. You've got all the different sentiments in here as well, and they're all interchangeable, which is excellent. And I love that all the apertures are slightly different shapes as well. And then this one is May All Your Dreams Come True. There you can see. If you want to get them all together, that is the best way to get the best value, of course. I'll give you those details. Obviously, two for £23 or $27. Get them all together, $64.95 or $74.75. Maybe it's a truck horn. Maybe it is. It says Anne. Can you hear it, Anne? Let me know. Patricia's got a question for you, Craig. She says, do you blend with these like you do with the tri-blends, i.e. dark first, then light, then medium, then go back over with the light, or is the process different?
So I do it that way just because mentally I've already got that kind of technique within my head. You'll have seen with those other ones though, with the colour blends, is I didn't actually use 3 of them, I just used 2 of them. So I still go with I go in with the light and then I start to build up the colour that way. You can still do 3, you can do 4, or as you've seen in my case, I've done just the 2 of them. You can even sometimes just do 1 by starting light, going heavier, heavier and heavier. So yeah, that's how I like to do it.
Excellent. I hope that helps. Any other questions you've got, get them into me, Crafters TV over on Facebook or Crafters Companion across on YouTube. But Floral frame, Craig, are very popular, these, haven't they been since we launched them? And a bit out of the ordinary. I love the fact that they are so detailed and delicate, though, those floral frames. Very classic.
That are very classic, and the fact is you can do many different things, many different designs, many different looks as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to finish off what is going to be the lid of my box. So the box that will come together is, so I've cut my watercolour card to 9¼ by 7½, and I've scored at 1¼ all the way round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these in so that I get more of an even guide as to where my design's going to be. So for this one, what we're going to do when it comes in with the floral, we're going to be using our heartfelt thanks for this one. And then what we can do, so if I give it a stamp, I'm going to be using my aqua pencils. So we're going to be using
Look,
the
very
ones...
robust, those stamps.
Very robust, yeah, very strong within these ones. So with the Aquablend pencils, I'm going to be using I want to say it's the primaries. It's the one at the front, it's got the parrot on it. I'm sure it's the primary. Again, you've got the tin, I've got the products. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this, get it into where I need. Similar to our illustrated animals, I like to use my large stamping platform so that I can get a perfect impression. And even with something like this, what you could then do, good question, Georgina, but not with the pencils, they're not going to sit on the stamp. Georgina was just asking, could you pretty much, was it paint or colour, did you say? I've never tried it. What Georgina was saying there, how when I created my own palette beforehand, where I coloured the aqua pencil onto some of the watercolour card, if you water it down with a paintbrush and then go over the stamp and stamp it, never tried that. The only thing you would need to watch, I suppose, is to make sure that it is still quite strong. You don't want to water it down too much, otherwise you're just going to be left with a real watery mess. Not going to get a perfect impression. It's one of those things, do you know what? It's only a piece of cardstock. I know we don't like to waste anything, but it's only a piece of cardstock. You're not going to waste your stamp. You're not going to waste your pencil. Maybe a smidge of a colour, and that is it. So you can always have a play about, give it a shot, and see what the end result's going to look like.
What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. What is the worst? What is the worst indeed? It's crafting. And at least in that way you'll know. Very good question. So we're going in, because it's our aqua pencils we're using, we've gone in with our Finesse waterproof. So we're going to stamp. Now my cardstock, I'm not sure if you noticed, it just goes over the little feet and no more. That I'm not concerned about, because the pressure that I'm pressing down on is going into the centre bit. So I'm going to press, and you can see, and this is why I love my large stamping platform, I've not gone anywhere as strong as I need to all the way round. So there'll still be plenty of ink on these areas. If it's not on the card, it's therefore going to be on the stamp. So before I re-ink, let's go, look at that, pretty much good to go. Sometimes you get over inking of the stamp, and what that is, Joe, is where I had missed some of the design. Sometimes the first impression, the first thing that you want to do is go and re-ink again. Now that's when you can then, obviously, you're doubling up on the ink, and that's where sometimes you could get a blurry effect. So therefore, all these bits that I missed, if the ink's not on the card, it's got to be on the stamp. So before you go and re-ink, just go and repress round the bits that have been missed.
Okey-doke.
And then therefore, as you can see, I've got bang on impression. I've not had to ink twice, just that one level of ink, and I've got it good to go.
Maybe we could work on some like crafty Celine Dion parodies. Maybe ink twice would be the first one.
I like that one. Ink twice. No, don't do that to me. Don't do it to me. Certainly not in a colouring show. We're going to a colouring
Ink
coma.
twice. So the next line could be before you commit to stamp. Before you press, ink twice. I'm having too much fun with this already.
You are. You really, really are. See, now you've got me thinking. You've got me thinking on this one. Now what I've done is I've pressed my aperture die within the middle.
I foiled all night.
You what?
I foiled all night.
You foiled all night. Oh, why didn't I get that one?
Oh, this is going to end badly. The song title was I Drove All Night.
Yeah. So I'm trying to go through all.
We're working on John's here now. We're working on crafty Celine Dion parodies. Ink Twice is my favourite one so far.
Oh, John liked that one.
John likes that one.
That tickled that one. What, you liked it? You did? Oh. It's coming in with our cups of tea. Right, that's definitely going to be a thinker. Oh, thanks, John. Thank you.
Kathy Lazavage wants to know if we are back on Crafters TV this weekend. We are not.
No.
We have a few well-earned days off. Craig will be back with you on Monday for Wake Up Call.
And Craft Along.
Craft along.
Monday Makers. Actually, are you in
And
Monday?
Monday Makers. No, I'll be back on Wednesday for Wake Up Call. Was
So
my
is it
next show. Hang on.
Ben.
Wednesday. So tomorrow and Sunday is Becky, and then Monday and Tuesday is Benjamin.
Must be Ben. So back on Monday. So we have got Wake Up Call, we've got Craft Along, and we have got Monday Makers. Then I am in Tuesday for Wake Up Call and Launch Party. And for those that are in the subscription
Ooh.
to the craft kits, now obviously subscription being HSN side,
Yeah.
I am scheduled to do some filming on Tuesday morning. So keep your eyes peeled on your Facebook page that you need to follow. And then obviously here in the UK, we don't have that subscription, but don't worry. The box that I'm referring to will be coming to Crafters TV very soon. So it's just to give you guys that are eagerly waiting for the next box, it's coming. So that's my plans on Tuesday. And yes, then in between Wake Up Call and Launch Party, picking up a new car.
Getting a new car.
I am.
What sort of car are you getting? You're going to tell us.
Vauxhall Crosslander.
A Vauxhall Crosslander. I will have to Google that because I don't know what that looks like.
It looks like a Jeep without actually being a Jeep, size-wise. Oh, George.
Are you going to, have you got
everything
like
built
tinted
in.
windows? Are you going to have like a subwoofer in the boot? All of that?
It's got wireless charging. It's got sat nav. It's
Oh,
got
it's nice, Craig.
bleep things that, you know, if you do any reverse parking, although I'm really sad.
Do you know what I need bleeps for?
What's that?
I need bleeps to let me know when I'm too close to the curb and I'm going to scratch the alloy wheels. Because like when you go into car parks and things in the UK, sometimes you've got the little, you know, the little thing that comes up and down, that's there. And then you think the curb has ended, so you turn and then crunch straight into the curb. We need curb bleepers, that's what we need. Why
Or
has
you
no one
just
invented these yet?
Or you just need to learn to drive better. You won't need them.
I think we do.
But yeah, so my, not that I've needed it so far, but this one does have those bleeping things when you go in reverse into a space or that. And it's got, it does have heated seats.
Heated seats,
Yeah.
best thing to do. Another one good for you. A new die has come. A new die. John's
Good one,
so
John.
pleased with himself.
Good one, John. I like that.
Maybe we could open it up for any. Maybe we could open it up any crafty parodies. Yes,
Yeah.
any crafty parody song parody ideas. Let me know. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube.
Yeah. See, everyone's now going to go quiet in the gallery and outside because they're going to be thinking of what they can come up with. So while we're having a think, what I've done, I've die cut the aperture. Now, this is the way that I tend to do my colouring when it comes to my aqua pencils, and that is do a little swash at the side here, or a little palette. I find I have a lot more of a control when it comes to doing my colouring. And I'm not always going in and topping up with water on my brush. It's amazing actually how long that initial bit of colouring on the brush is going to last. And of course, the drier the brush gets, the more intense the colour will be on your brush because it's not being washed out. So I can then work my way around. So I'm just going to go back on these few bits that I've done because I've left them for a moment to dry. So therefore, when I come in now with some more depth, that depthness is then going to stay in place and simply blend it out. Let's go back. And then what I'm going to do is let's pick up a little bit more. And then what we can do, keep going, picking up the colour. Into here. Let's pick that one up.
And is this, how many colours have you used here, Craig?
Just one. So all that I've used is from the primary aqua pencils, and I would pick the one I can't pronounce, wouldn't I? Egan blue?
Aegean blue.
Aegean blue.
What did you say?
Egan. That's what I said.
I can see why it would be Egan. Aegean, yes.
Aegean blue. Right, yeah, just that one colour that I've used. So we're going to go all the way round. So once again, I like to do a few so that we can get the initial few to start drying.
Victoria Nauber's has hustled in on the songs. My ink will go on. Love it. My heart will go on, my ink will go on. My art will go on. Yes, Georgina. Yes. My art will go on. Love that. That's quite funny, Georgina, for you. Oh, George says that's the only Celine Dion song he knows.
No, you will know more. Celine Dion. Beauty in the Craft Box.
Beauty what?
Beauty in the Craft Box.
Beauty.
Well, you can't say beauty in the box. Craft box.
Beautiful colouring, Craig.
Thank you. Still using the one colour. So what I'll not, I know I've done quite a lot of it already, but what I'll not do is finish. I'll go in with a green and I'll do a little bit of the leaves. So I'm going to keep going in. So really, by the time that I would have done all of this, I will have used 3 colours. I'll have used this blue. I will have used a green that I'll show you, and then round about an orangey yellow for the centre. But then you will end up with a multitude of shades. Although these ones that I'm going in with the blue, I am keeping them blue. I'm keeping them white towards the tip. I'm not adding anything else. So let's go in with some bright green. I'm going to go in here. So let's pick up some of this colour, and then we go in with some of these leaves, start to colour them in. And even though these are the aqua pencils, and I'm using the water brush, and you could use, I'm using the paintbrush, you could use a water brush. You can also use your clear sparkle overlay, because it is just a liquid, but it's got sparkle in it, so you get some sparkly colour from your aqua pencils. So that would be a nice alternative. So I'll just do a couple more here. So I'll go into the base, building up the depth. And obviously for the show. You can be quite
quick with it, can't you?
You can be, yeah. You know, if I'm at home, I would be a lot slower, really take my time, but I want to at least get a fair bit of colouring done with this one so that we could show you and then move on to what it would be like. So let's dab that one out. Let's just do a little bit more into here. So what we could do, so the one that I'm going to show you that I'd done 3 nights ago, what I done, instead of doing the swatch at the side of me, I actually went direct in with the colour. So I'll show you that in a second. Let's go in with the chrome orange, and then a little bit of a scribble, because I don't need much at all. So what we can then do is pick that one up, and then I can just work my way in. So do a little bit of depth within the centre, leave it to dry just for a second or so while I've done a few. Then I can come back. I'm going to take some of that excess off, and then I'm going to blend that one out. We can see here. So we'd go in and continue to build the colour up. Look at that. You can see that one there.
Incredible.
So isn't that, so you wouldn't think that was initial aqua pencils by going in, it's going in direct and actually being more heavy-handed within this one. So then what we can start to do is let's go in. We're going to add just a couple onto here. So if I start to work this one round, that would go onto the base that I've got at the side. I'm not going to do it the full box because the full intention is to be on with the colouring. But if I bring in the box, base, and then you've got, by what I was doing earlier, we're going in depth, going in hard, and just lightly picking them out that you can see there. But both these ones here, what I done is I went direct onto my cardstock, added some colour, and then blended it out. Whereas on this one here, I've started off lightly by going onto a swash and then bringing the colour on. So you can get real strong depths in different ways that you do your colouring.
Very, very light and delicate. Absolutely love it, Craig. I think it's really, really awesome technique, that. Now, I'm going to go back through these stamps for you. So we're going to start off with I'm So Happy For You, which is this one just here. I don't know why these are on such long boards, these, Craig.
Sorry,
I don't know why these are
Georgina
on
was speaking
such
to me.
long boards.
I know, I don't
Very
get that
strange.
as well.
Not sure why they weren't
It was
there,
really
in there.
strange,
Yeah.
especially because there's kind of like four segments.
Should
So
we cut them up now and redo them?
I think we should.
All right, let's do it. So you've got those ones there. You also have For a Special Friend, which is these sets here, with the lilies. They look like lovely big stargazer lilies.
Oh,
those
lilies.
ones. This one here is May All Your Dreams Come True, with the foxglove there, beautiful. This one here is Heartfelt Thanks, with those daisies there, as you've just seen Craig using. The next one here for you is With Love From Me To You. And then you also have You Mean So Much To Me. Those gorgeous poppies there, which can be in a vast array of different colours. I haven't had any flowers in my apartment, Craig, you know, for 3 weeks now. It feels naked, totally naked. Because I've been at home for, like, normally I'd be here for 4 days and home for 4 days, but I've been here for 4 days, home for 4 days, away for 4 days. So, I mean, what's the point in buying them if I'm not going to see them flower?
What's the
Maybe
point,
I need
Dean?
to sign myself up for some sort of, you know, flower delivery service or something. Right, we're going to go back and we're going to have a look at all of this bunch of loveliness that you've got here. We're going to start off, there's 3 individual offers which make up the larger Buy the Show collection. So what you've got here firstly is your colour blend pencils. I've got a few bits actually I want to share with you on the colour blend pencils. Let me just grab those, just to give you some idea of the sort of techniques that you're going to be able to achieve with these. So you can see here, hatching, linear stroke, cross-hatching, layering, blending pencil, using blending solution, enhance alcohol ink with pencils as well. There's lots of different ways that you can use those there. So that's some of the ways you can use them. Now let me share with you what you're getting in here. So you're going to get the primaries, which are these ones here. You'll also be able to getting the shades and tones, as well as the essentials, and the florals there as well. £62 or $87 is your price. You will get those for, what you'll also get as well is the naturals, which are these ones just here. And the naturals are going to give you all of those colours just there, which is fantastic. Now, Aquas, which is this lovely lot just here. Now, the Aquas, of course, are your watercolour pencils. They are going to watercolour down or beautifully. You can see how well they blend out, and you can keep blending those out to almost nothing as well. You're going to get the primaries in there, you're going to get the florals, and then you'll also get these ones here, which are the earth tones, as you can see just there. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really lovely. Then the other pencils that we have available for you are these ones, the metallic ones, which are these ones just here. These have got that lovely, soft, creamy pigment in there, which is brilliant. They are absolutely fantastic. $7.79, $8.97. Now, if you go for them all together, you will also then get as well this, which is your essentials, and you'll get this totally free of charge, which is excellent. So you get all of those tones in there, which are brilliant. You get white as well, which is an interesting one, really. I'm not sure what we'd use the white for, Craig. Would it be on darker cardstock you'd use the white?
Darker card, yeah. So if you do like to do your stamping on your darker card, like we're about to do in a minute, you could use it for that.
Okie doke, sounds great. All of that then, $87.79 or $119.37 for Platinum members. Everyone's saving £135 or $183. Platinum members, of course, anyone in a club's saving even more than that. So absolutely do snap it up. Right, what's next, Craig?
Right, so we're going to have a look at the metallics. Now with the metallic ones, this is when they're really going to show off well on your darker card. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in with some, is when it comes to colouring any stamped impression, I would always highly recommend doing heat embossing, especially when we're doing it onto black. So what I'm going to do is I'm using the Toadstool from the stamp set that, I can't remember the exact name, they came originally with the glitter markers. The ones that's got the unicorn and that in them.
This one here?
That's it, yeah.
This
yeah.
one?
Using the Toadstool from that one, using the Make-A-Wish. I am indeed. So what I'm doing here is you could use your translucent clear, your watermark ink pad, or when it comes to doing the heat embossing, I do like to use my pigment ink pads. I like to use my pure white when I'm using pure white embossing powder, because it really, really makes the image stand out by white ink against white powder. So we're going to press all of this in. Now you'll get the look of the image because with it being white ink, but let's press this one in. So you can start to see, if I start to lift it up, you can start to already see the Toadstool there. But what we want to do is we want to then go in with our white embossing powder. So I'm going to sprinkle this one on. So let's give it a sprinkle, and then let's go in. So let's take some of that excess off. So I'm going to go back over the top, make sure we've got a nice coverage. And then even then, it's not quite picking it up, so let's go back again. Let's take another one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really press hard. Maybe didn't press hard enough. So we're going to make sure we've got really good coverage. So then there we go. Let's pick it up. There we are, quite happy with that one now. I'm just going to go direct, and I'll not bother taking my platform. Let's press that one in. And then with the metallic pencils, you know, other metallic pencils out there in the market, whether it's metallic pencils or metallic pens, you're very limited in what you can do with them. But with our ones, because they're water-based, what you're able to do is do lots of techniques.
Awesome.
So we can then sprinkle embossing powder on. Let's give it a little bit of a shake for it to pick up. Let's tap, there we go, that's better. There we are, we can see that better now. So I just needed to go in a little bit more heavy-handed. So now what we can do before we start to colour it, of course we'll need to emboss it. So I've got my heat gun all good to go. And then I'm going to get it to temperature. Then what we can do is melt it, and then we can start to come in with our pencils, start to give it a good colour in.
Awesome. Any questions that you've got, keep getting in to me. A lot of people asking if the Pencils are available individually. I'm pretty sure most things on this show are available individually across on the website, under the Shop the Show button towards the bottom of the product list. So you'll find them over there. Pat says, I love watching the CCT in colour. It's so relaxing. Janine says, I was lucky to get that one in my nice list haul. So happy to see it used. Oh, aren't you? I love, Janine, that you've like not just got it. She's like, yeah, I got it, and I'm on the nice list, and it was in my gift. There you are. Any questions you've got about absolutely anything in the show, get them in. Now's a great time to do so. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Who is in with Rebecca tomorrow? With our Becky, do we know?
Jan.
So it's Becky and Jan at midday tomorrow is what I'm guessing.
Yes.
We'll play your crafts right. Excellent.
So what we've got, metallic pencils. So this one, we're going to go in with the violet. I think, I may be wrong, I think I said these in the metallic pens are water-based. The pens are. These ones, once you see, starting to lay the colour down, again this one being the violet, but then going to go in, and the metallic look that you get to black card is simply phenomenal. So you'll start to see me start to colour, see at the moment, doesn't look as much, but then if I start to
the light, you can
tilt it into the light, we can see, you can start to see that glimmer very subtly there. But then as we do more, and as we come at the end, what we can then really start to do is lift it higher for you to see. And
they're quite soft and creamy, these ones, aren't they?
Very soft, yeah. They really, really are. Very smooth. You will notice a difference between these and the colour blend pencils or the aqua pencils in the fact of, as you said, and actually the word creamy is really, really spot on for this one, because they are so smooth. You can just feel it as you're colouring.
Tony's got us on the big screen, Craig.
The big screen. I want to know, how big is the big screen?
How big's the big screen, Tony? Do let us know. We had played a game the other day. What's the biggest screen we've been on, Craig? And I think it was like 80-something inches.
Is it?
Well,
mine's a
big
70.
Screen.
You've been on that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wowzers. Can't imagine what I look like in 70 inches. I bet you can see every pore.
It's no, you look good.
Do I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Georgina, what was that? Something to do with Ben's big telly.
Oh, Ben was on about. He doesn't like a TV in his bedroom, or if he does, it's a small.
I don't like TV in the bedroom.
And just about the size. Well, put it this way: the size of a TV and a bedroom, you can tell what kind of road that went down.
I don't know. What kind of road did that go down?
You little monkey!
No,
you're not
honestly,
going to get me. You're not going to land me in that.
I don't know why you'd want a big TV in the bedroom.
I have a big TV, but not as big as the living room.
So what is Ben saying that says about you? I'm as none the wiser as you guys at home.
So that was the violet. So what I'm going to do here, if I go in with the silver now, and you can
Maybe
start
to watch like videos of sheep jumping over fences. You know, you count them 1, 2.
You see, do you know what's funny? I can't get to sleep unless I have the TV on. And
What do you have on the TV?
Sorry?
What do you have on
like
the
to
TV?
know? Us, of course. No, it's either Friends. Do you know what I've been watching recently? And I've been wanting to see it for years. Nowhere we're playing it. And UK Gold here in the UK started playing it the weekend. Did you ever watch from years ago Jam in Jerusalem?
No, I've not seen it.
Dawn French, Jennifer Saunders, Sue,
Right.
Johnson. Oh my God, it's brilliant. So that's what I've been watching at night
And it's
before.
good
I
to
go
fall
bed.
asleep to.
No, but
I still can't get over the Ben thing. I still don't know what he's on about. We've moved on apparently. We've moved on. Shall I text him now and ask him what he meant?
yeah, ask him.
Okay.
You will. He'll tell you. Oh, he'll remember, Georgina.
Quick question from Crafty Angie says, if I stamped and embossed like this and used the metallic ink pots, will the embossing resist the colour?
Yes, you may or you will get the odd colour that might actually stain the emboss. So majority of the colours, yes, you'll be able to do the wash and it's going to do a bit of a resist. What I would say is maybe do a little tester of that, because I've noticed in the past, I've not done it for a while, but I've noticed in the past there is a few colours that we tend to use, maybe things like, for instance, like a fuchsia or a deep red or something, that can tend to, certainly if you're using a white embossing powder, that can then stain it or taint it. So absolutely, yes, majority of the colours, well, nice little wash over the top, it's going to resist it. Some might just tint the embossed lines slightly. Give it a shot, but yeah.
Give it a go. Christina Scott says, all my big TV in the bedroom says either I've got bad eyesight or a spare big TV. Christine Coppenrath says, I'm the same, Craig, can't sleep without sound. And Rachel Gillamar, social media superstar, says she can't fall asleep either without silence. She can't fall asleep. I fall asleep to podcasts, so Craig's definitely not on his own there.
It's lately, last few nights, we're watching Jam in Jerusalem before we go to bed, because I've not seen it for years and years and years. But the most of the time, it's a repeats of like Friends or something like that. But I need something on. I could be really tired, like I was last night. We both were, like separate houses.
All right, don't flatter yourself.
You wish. So yes, I could be uber tired, but unless I put the TV on, I just cannot fall asleep.
See, I can't fall asleep without silence. I have to have absolute silence and complete darkness. Complete darkness, absolute silence.
Pitch black, I'm like.
And now where I live now, at home, Craig, I have cobbles outside my window, so silence is not really much of an option. I think I'm getting used to it now. But in the summer, when the cobbles are wet, it's noisy.
Is it? Like,
wet cobble, cars going over wet cobbles is quite noisy.
Cars, yeah. I get that. But definitely with the light for sure. Can't sleep with any light on. But there we go. So on that one I've gone in with the violet. Could continue to build that up even more. On the stocks, all that I've gone in with is a silver. And once again, I've gone in, but I can really start to intensify that if I wanted to. Starting to build it up, blend it out. But they're really so fun to be using when it comes to metallic pencil. As always, certainly with a Colour Me Happy show, always go back onto YouTube and watch Sarah, watch Leanne, watch Jan with any of the Spectrum Noir colouring mediums or the pencils, because what they can come up with is phenomenal as well. I'm still at that. I'm really comfortable with colouring now, but to come into here, it's more, I tend to show you kind of like the ways that I like to do it in that, but then obviously to get the proper ways in that, what we say is Leanne and Jan and that on YouTube, that's definitely going to give you lots of ideas as to what you can do and colour.
Right, if you want to go for those metallic pencils, they are available in the big collection. They are also available on their own as well, so you can see them right here. They're really gorgeous and creamy, and they give you a really lovely effect, especially on darker cardstock, so do grab those. The other thing I want to share with you is the glitter marker stamps, which work really well with these. They were designed to go with our glitter markers. They're going to work with any of your colouring mediums. So Make a Wish, which is this one just here, so you can see that just there. There we are. That's your Make a Wish. You also got Believe in Magic. This is your A Little Fairy Dust. Beautiful Friend. You've got You Are Amazing and Once Upon a Time in there for you as well. So make sure you grab all of those. Right, the alcohol-proof ink pad collection. I want to share the details of that with you. Here they are. You get 4 different alcohol-proof inks in here. So you're going to get the Noir Black, the Rustic Brown, the Pebble and the Flagstone. We also have a waterproof, exactly the same colours in there for you. $16.96, $25.46 is your price. Now, a Creator Card die and stamp collection. These are always popular when we bring these to you. £53 or $59. That's a half price deal, not to be sniffed at whatsoever. Go over to the website to check that one out. The stamping card, it's on the show. It's a buy one, get one half price, which is a lovely saving for you. £15 or $21 if you want to get that. We also have watercolour card stock available as well. 45 sheets of the watercolour card stock. Here we are. Watercolour card stock there. Should I say it one more time? £7.98 or $11.98. You want to go for the watercolour cardstock. Got a half price deal for you on some rocker blocks. Oh yeah, we have. $9.99 or $13.99 is your price. Are you inspired? Have you been inspired? Are you a member of our club yet? No. If you're not, make sure you join. Do you want to know why? Here's why.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Right, we are going to move on. Merrily we roll along. So we are next going to be having a look at the illustrated animals stamp and die. It's 5-piece collection that you get here. Is it just me or do you think this owl looks like it's off to a cocktail party?
Yes,
Could be clutching like a martini under one wing.
Needs a little
Or
handbag.
maybe a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Certain elements of these die cut out. So stamp and then die cut an element and you're able to decoupage them up, which is amazing. So you've got the owl, you've got that amazing giraffe there, which is your Born to Be Wild. This one is your Dream Big with your elephant, or Chang if you're in Thailand. This one here is your Believe in Yourself, and you also get the Schmetterling, which is Welcome to the World. £63 or $72 if you want to get all of those. $50, $40 or $57.60 is your Club Inspire Platinum price for those ones. Stephanie's got a question.
Yeah.
It's a bit off topic, but I'm going to go with it anyway. She says, can anyone tell me what the thick pad / cushion is for in the large portable pen ink pad storage bag?
Say that again.
can anyone please tell me what the thick pad / cushion is for in the large portable pen and ink storage bag?
The large portable.
The large pen and ink storage bag, so you know the Universal Spectrum Noir one?
Yeah.
In there is a thick pad or cushion.
Is there?
I'm not sure. We'll investigate
If
for
I
you,
have, it
Stephanie.
sounds like you've got a freebie in yours.
Yeah, maybe someone left their cushion in there.
Well, I've got this one.
Oh, he's
Like
got his
this
cushion
one?
with him. No, I think she's on about the bag. You know, like the bag that looks like it would be a wheelie bag but isn't a wheelie bag. Like the one that's this big, what the flap comes down. Flap up, flap down. You know the OG one? The big bag. It's big.
Big bag. Oh. Yeah,
You know
okay, I know what you...
Okay. Poor Craig. Diane says, do you use a regular pencil sharpener to sharpen these pencils?
Yes, you can do it. We did have a Spectrum Noir one kicking about because, let's see, oh, I think I found it. Oh, I found it. Let me just dig in.
Right.
I'm just trying to get the pencil sharpener.
How come you're not looking where you put your fingers?
Sorry?
Why are you not looking where you put your hands?
Because I know where my hands are.
What?
I know where I've got my fingers.
What are you...
Got it.
That was the weirdest thing.
So, it is out of stock, Georgina's just said. So yes, you can use a normal sharpener, but what I wanted to do, and this was something that you're going to do not just with our Spectrum Noir pencils, you're actually going to do with all pencils. And I didn't know this up until a few months ago. It was Debbie Robinson that was telling me. So, going to pop your pencil in.
In the sharpener?
In the sharpener. Oh, jeez, peeps. So, now initially,
What bit do you... Don't drop your pencil.
what you're going to do is once you've popped your pencil in, you want to turn your pencil. So, you're going to turn around. That's not what you want to do. So I'm going to turn it around because I'm right-handed. So, pop your pencil in, and you're actually going to turn the sharpener,
Not the pencil.
not the pencil,
So hold the pencil still.
and turn the sharpener. So turn the sharpener, not the pencil. In actual, if you put it in the right hole. Turn.
Oh, it's very late. It's very late. Oh, that looks like it's working a treat.
And then when you take it out, you're
The lead in your pencil. Is it lead? It's not lead, it's wax, isn't it? What are you coming back to me for? I mean, he's the one doing the demo, not me. Oh.
okay. So right, whoa. Right. So so you're going to turn the sharpener, not the
Right.
pencil.
Hold your
Turn the
pencil
sharpener,
still.
and then what happens is, all the way through it, it stays intact. How many times have you gone to sharpen your pencil? You've got to sharpen your pen. So he's just looking at me. He's just looking at me.
I mean, I'm a professional.
How many times have you gone to sharpen your pencil, and then what will happen is every time you go to sharpen it, and then the tip comes out. It comes out, and that's because all the way through
Sort of crumbles out.
it
crumbles
crumbles
off.
out.
Yeah.
It does. It crumbles out. So by doing it this way, what you're doing is you're keeping it still, you're keeping it intact, you're not having any pressure, in actual fact, is going with the pencil. It's all within the sharpener.
Awesome.
So then therefore it keeps all the centre, all the way through, nice, strong, intact. There's no friction, nothing like that. So then each time you come to colour, every time you come to sharpen, what will happen is you know that you're not going to get to that point where it looks fine, it looks sharp, but then it's always loose at the end.
I've waited ages to watch you sharpen your pencil. Betsy says, y'all are cracking me up, you naughty boys. You both on the naughty list this year, says Suzette. Who asked that question? Honestly. Oh, actually, the question's now been deleted, I think. Oh, no, it was Diane. Diane, I hope you're happy. I hope you're pleased with yourself, Diane. Look at what you've caused. Poor Craig. Poor Craig. I think we need to vote for the card of the show before we do anything else. Oh, you've only made one card, have you? What card have you made? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just went to take. I just thought the thought of after all of that and then the question being deleted, but that it wasn't. All that was really done.
What one have you done? Just your box. Right,
It's the box.
Give me your box then. I'll pop that in.
So either way, I'm going to win. That's for sure. I think I already know what is going to win Demo of the Day.
Beautiful box.
Lovely, isn't it? So yeah, I do know.
Should we do the daily one then in that case? I wonder what's going to win. I don't think this box is going to win, to be honest.
I know what's going to win.
What's going to win?
I think the gnome one.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure it'll be that clear cut. So is this for the vote of the day? I am a gnome man, I live in at home. It's that one there. Or maybe it'll be Craig's Holy Bauble. Or his Bubble Bauble. Or will it be Craig's box? You let me know. You're leisurely. We're in no rush tonight. You've got 10 minutes to vote. Check us out. Look at us being all organised. Crafters TV on Facebook. Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Right, now your pencil's sharp. Time for some demonstrating.
Right. So going to go in with our Nina here. So we're going to go back to our colour blend pencils. And let's go to our illustrated animals. And what we can then do is we can go in with our You're a Hoot. So we can go in with this one. So we're going to go in with our owl. So let's take the owl out here. There we go. So with it being the colour blend pencils, once again, it is Nina that we're going with. Or actually, I tell you what, seeing as the Nina's been out of stock and we've got the white smooth stamping card, let's use that one so that you can see at home that you're still going to get a really nice smooth coverage, even with your white smooth stamping card. So let's go in with this one. So let's just change this one over. I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to be using my alcohol proof. So we're going to use our black. No, we won't. We'll use our finesse because that's what I've got to the side of me. So let's pop this one in, press it so it's into place, secure it again, and then if I go in, let's make sure we've got really nice coverage of our ink. Now, although predominantly most of the times I'll use Flagstone or Noir Black, but we do have those other colours as well. I think it's Pebble and Rustic Brown. So maybe, for instance, within actually the full illustrated animal sets, maybe the Rustic Brown or the Pebble would work well too. Always the case of being personal preference. But let's get this one stamped out. So let's go press a little bit more at the top and at the bottom. There we go. Happy with that one. So let's go in now with our colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some colours from a combination of the colour blend. I'm going to use florals and shades and tones that we're going to go for here. So if we go in with, let's go in with our, so I've taken the Buttercup to start with. So that one is from our florals. And actually let's stick with the florals and let's go in with the ginger. And then let's add a deeper one. This one being from shades and tones. We're going to go for a bit of spiced brown. So then what we can do is if I start to, I'm going to start round at the body. So we're going to go at the belly of the owl. So what we can do is go in with the Buttercup. So very, very similar to what I was doing earlier on. So I'm going to go in lightly within this one here. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way down. So I'm going to give it a nice coverage with the Buttercup, but going to go quite light. So if we carry on building up the colour. And whereas earlier on, what I was doing was I was building up the colour with the one shade or the one pencil. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to act and treat it as though I'm colouring with my alcohol markers. So in other words, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this lightest tone here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the ginger, and then for this one here, not the ginger, I'm going to go in with the darker one, which is the spiced
You right? You okay, hun?
spiced brown.
Spiced brown.
Spiced brown.
Oh, excellent.
So I'm going to go in, and you know, if you wanted to do a lot of time spent on doing all these individual feathers, by all means you absolutely can do. I'm not. I have a lot of patience, but I wouldn't do that. So what I'm doing is I am really going over all of them together, making sure I'm getting that deepness in. So we're going to go in, once again, most of the times what I tend to do is break it into thirds. So this one, what we're going to do is around about a third. I'm going to go in with this deep tone here. So we're going to go in, and I'm still keeping quite light-handed for now anyway. So once I'm relatively happy with that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in now with that mid-tone that I'd picked out, which was the ginger. So I'm going to cross that one over. I could have gone right back into the Buttercup and start to blend that one out, but because I'm wanting to have more of a three-tone blend, that's why I'm using the three of them. So I'm just going to blend them out. So we're going to come down maybe about another third of the way. It's all about building up colours, Joe. It's all about building up the levels. It's building them up, and then it's about softly blending them down into each other. So you're building and building and building, and then you're going to blend them into each other. So either blending in by doing your shading with your light and heavy hand, or if you do have your blending solution, then you can go in with that one. So what we can do is cross over here. I'm going to go in a little bit more heavy-handed now because I want to blend those two together. So
Tracy said, I can't wait to see this finished.
Once I've blended them out, you can go in. What we will do is I'll blend them out in this form, and then when we get to the end, what I'll do is I'll then blend them out with the blending solution, so that if you do have that, then you'll know what kind of look you can go for. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the Buttercup now, pretty much repeat that process. So I'm crossing over, I'm going to blend out that ginger into the Buttercup. We're going to go in, and we're going to finish off all the way down. But you can continue to add depth, and by what I mean by that is this part all the way down here. Now that would be quite dark because it's got covered by the wings. So you can continue to push the boundaries as to where you're going to have that depth of colour, but to keep it very simple for your colour blend colouring, and for anyone that's relatively new, we can really go in with the simplistic form of blending out. And even when it comes to the light, I'm still going to go just back over it all. It'll do no harm to give it a little bit of a helping hand, blending out.
So it's just about layering up these colours then, is it?
Absolutely. Layering them up and then blending them into each other. So what we can do is let's go into that one there. So you can see you're starting to blend it in, but you can still you can still see that separation in colour tones. So that's when I would potentially come in with the blending solution. So that's what I'm going to do. So
Beth says I'm beginning to see a common denominator when shenanigans begin here at Crafters TV. Joe is always involved. I refuse to believe that this sort of thing doesn't happen when Ben's here.
Oh, it does.
There you go. So there you go. Ben had a breakdown. What happened? What happened, Georgina? That was a great story, Georgina. I thought I was going to be able to relay it to the lovely people at home. What happened? Excellent. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. I've
noticed as well, what was I was the last show last Friday as well. I think it was Colour Me Happy last Friday. I think it was Colour Me Happy the Friday before. I'm not on Colour Me Happy next Friday, so I'm not in next Friday. So there'll be back to professionalism.
I will be here for
Colour
Colour
Me
Me Happy next Friday.
You will be.
Join me. Yes, I will be.
I won't be joining you, unfortunately.
Should I tell you who I'm here with?
Not really bothered. I'm not here.
Oh, rude.
I won't even be at home, so I can't even say I'll be watching.
I will be here with,
Debbie Fisher.
oh no, it says Joe and Craig here. No, it doesn't. It says Debbie.
Wait, I was a way to say.
His face.
I'll let you know. I wasn't actually meant to be in today.
Well, you're not?
No, this is meant last Friday of the month is meant to be my Friday
Ah,
off.
so now you're off next Friday instead?
So I'm off next Friday instead.
Oh, so we've only got 2 days together next week then?
We do, yeah.
Sad times.
We do indeed.
Oh, Georgina's remembered. It was Saturday. Just play your crafts right. Debbie Fisher says male like Mao. Mao. Yeah, male. Male. Yeah, that's because she's from the south, isn't it? Mao. Mao. It's Mao. Mao. Yeah, Mao. I get it. Oh, that was that. I guess you had to be there. Joe's the captain of Team Gutter Girls. Just saying, says Carol D. I think I might be. Oh, and then above it, Rachel's written, perhaps don't read this one out. Sorry, Rachel, didn't see that. Laura says, I really like the look when using the blending solution. It does give you a really, really great finish. Susie T says, Sweet Joe is the instigator for sure. You can tell when it gets that, who, me, higher voice going on.
Yes, you. Although we're all to blame, let's be honest.
Yeah, and it's
We're
a
all to
Friday
blame.
thing. It's the end of it's a fake Friday. It's a fake Friday, real Friday. You know, double
Whammy.
Thank you, Craig. Yes. They're like full moons. They don't come around very often for me.
They haven't lately for me either.
The next one will be in 7 weeks' time, Georgina. Every 7 weeks that it happens. Yeah. Because my days move back a day every week. So this week it's Tuesday to Friday. Next week it'll be, well, it should be Wednesday to Saturday next week, but I'm also in for an extra day on Sunday as well.
I
so
get
Wednesday to
lost
Sunday.
with all your guys' shifts.
Well, it's
and
really
Ben.
it's really mixed up at the moment. So normally it would be me for 4 days, Becky for a day, and then Ben for 3 days.
Right.
But I think Ben's had quite a bit of time off.
Yeah.
He's been doing lots of wonderful things with the family and stuff because of school holidays. Becky has been here, I think, and then
Yeah.
I've been in for extra days, and George has been here. We've had lots of extra shows and things, so it really is. It's a bit. It's all a bit all over the place at the moment.
Yeah. But it's not just you, it's the guys in the gallery, like Georgina and George will be in for 3 days, Johnny and Charlotte are like for 2, and then George and Georgina for like 2 days,
the
and then
teams
Johnny and
do-
Charlotte for like
yeah.
3, and I'm like,
So I think, isn't it week 1 that one team does Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then week 2 they do Wednesday, Thursday, and have the rest of the week off. That's how it works. It's very confusing, Craig.
it's very confusing.
Very, very confusing.
I just look
It's a miracle any of us manage to turn up for work at the right time, to be honest.
I just look at my schedule and go,
Yeah.
all right, I'm on with Joe, oh, and it's George Square, perfect.
This has been a good show today. Along with the fun, I learned some great tips and ideas. Thanks, everyone, says Mary.
Do you know something as well? That's a nice little buzz for me, Joe, because I know that we mentioned it not that long ago, where, you know, I say it that much now that it's not always becoming true because I really have been working hard on my colouring. But we know, Colour Me Happy, the colouring, it's not my main comfort, but it's nice to know that, you know, when you send the comments in, that I do actually, you know, maybe give you a bit of inspiration or some ideas and tips and that as well. All that I can do is I can come here on Colour Me Happy and just give you my take on some of the ways that you can do the blending and the shading and that. And if, you know, you get some hints and tips, then that's all that I can ask for, so thank you.
It's like the Oscars there, wasn't it? Right, I just want you to see. Craig was so confident that he was going to win with this. He hasn't written on the back of any of his other cards.
Oh, I've just not had a chance.
So, normally Craig would never write on the back of his cards. What happens is, when it wins card of the day, we then write on the back of it and put it up. Craig did this card in Wake Up Call this morning. He was so confident with it this morning, he wrote his name and the date on the back of it because he obviously knew it was going to win. His other two, nothing on them.
Well, I can't do the box because, well, we've just done that and I didn't have a chance. The reason
Well, you were
would have-
right, Craig. You were correct. It is the winner of the card of the day.
So do you want to know, I do write on the back, the reason I wrote on a post-it note or a sticky note is because I was hoping it wasn't going to win, so therefore I could actually take it home and give it out to a family member at Christmas time, and therefore I wrote on the post-it note so I can just peel it off and put it in the bin. So clearly I can't now because it's
well,
won.
that's the way the cookie crumbles because it's the card of the day. Of the day, of the day, of the day.
So, well, all that I can hope is
You've
it
got
doesn't...
2 gnome cards up here, Craig.
I can only hope that I don't win Demo of the Week with that one then. So Georgina and George, you're in Sunday. So if that gnome card doesn't win Demo of the Week, can you make sure that that gets kept out so that I can take it home with me? Perfect, thank you. There we go. So I'm just doing a little business, while we're live, There we go. Right, so what I've done on these ones here is instead of going in with 3 colours, what I've done is I've gone in with the Buttercup, but I've gone straight to the, why can't I say it? Straight to the Spice Brown.
Spice brown. Sugar and spice and everything nice.
And all things nice. So I'm then going to go in and then I'm blending them ones out together. So we can then blend these two. And then what I am going to do, let's even just blend it out a little bit more into each other. So even though they're coming from different coloured tins, and then let's very, very quickly, so it looks on fire, doesn't it? It looks quite sharp. So what we can then do is then bring in our blending solution, and then you'll really start to see a difference. So if I do these 2 parts of the feathers here, and then what we can do is leave them, and then so side by side, you notice that difference instantly. Actually, yeah, what a huge difference. Well chuffed with that. I might just stay here all night and keep colouring this.
Will you?
Yep, no.
What about, I'm sure you've got to get home and watch WWE or something, haven't you?
Gogglebox Friday.
Gogglebox. Isn't it like Raw on a Friday?
No, Raw is on a Monday Night Raw. So tonight is Friday night, so it's Friday Night SmackDown. BT Sports here, Fox for you guys stateside.
What time will it be on in the middle of the night though?
1 a.m. It's on live, so it's 1 a.m. in the morning here in the UK.
Will you stay up and watch it?
If I'm not at work, if I'm still awake, sometimes I'll start to watch the start of it. Chances are
How
I'm
long does
going...
it go on for?
Sorry?
How long does it go on for?
Monday Night Raw is 3 hours, so it's 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Right.
But SmackDown is 2 hours, so it's 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. But I'll watch it tomorrow.
All right. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up there because
That's the most
I'd love to...
interested you've ever been with me in wrestling.
Sorry?
That's the most interested you've ever been with me in wrestling.
I just was worried about you not getting enough sleep, to be honest. I can't have you being tired for Monday when you come in. You'll be a nightmare. Right. Let me share with you the colour blend pencils again. Don't want the stroppy Scotty. You get the primaries in here. You get the... just threw his blending stump at me. Well, never been so flattered. You'll also get the essentials and you'll also get the florals in here. Don't flatter yourself, Craig. And you'll get the naturals in there as well, which is absolutely amazing. So you get all of those. A great half-price deal for you. Then, of course, you can go for the colour blend pencils, which are these ones here. So in the colour blend pencils, you will get the florals and you will receive the primaries. You also then receive as well the earth tones in there. Or you can, of course, go for the metallic pencils as well. These are available on their own individually. And again, details out on your screen. If you want to go for all of that together, when you go for all of those together, we actually get you another bonus pack of the Aquablend pencils. It is the essentials that you'll receive, and that will give you those ones just there, which is excellent. Right, well, what an action-packed 4 days it has been. What a week it's been, Craig. What are you doing with your weekend? Anything special on the horizon?
Nothing specific anyway, just have a chill this weekend. It's been quite a busy few, 3, 4 weekends the last few, so yeah.
It's been busy, isn't it?
It has been going. Thank you, Joe, I've had such a laugh the last couple of days, so thank you.
Always lots and lots of fun. Craig will be back on Monday, make sure you join him then. I'll be back here on Wednesday. I'll be with you from Wednesday through to the rest of the week. I'll be with you up until the end of Sunday, which will be really exciting. Also, Sunday next week, me and Becky will be here. Becky will be the expert. I'll be presenting. Me and Becky never worked together before, so that'll be interesting. Make sure you come and join us both for that. Don't forget to check out your baskets. I hope you have a glorious weekend, whatever you choose to get up to. And as I said, I'll see you back here on Wednesday. If you're in the US, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're here in the UK, then enjoy what is left. Enjoy what is left. No. Enjoy the rest of what's left. No. Enjoy the rest of your Friday is what I was trying to say. I'll see you Wednesday.
Toodles!